My name is Jay Kim from APX Labs, and we develop an enterprise software product called Skylight, and it's meant to be a platform that spans different kinds of wearable technology and within an enterprise setting. So maybe it's a little bit less advanced than some of the VR interactions and some of the earlier discussions that were there, but I'd like to talk about how we're delivering through a software layer in Skylight, and then of course partnered here with Sony on delivering the vertically integrated stack within enterprise mobility and how users are interacting with different kinds of data and different kinds of workflows. So these are the personas that we try and target within the enterprise scenarios, and of course to many of you this is not news. Generally we're looking at scenarios where we're able to deliver connectivity to data sources that are pre-existing within the enterprise IT infrastructure. And we target these kinds of personas, that people that are moving, fixing, building, and operating things and goods in general or equipment. And what that means is that there is an elevated need for a lot of those people within that workforce to deliver, to access mission critical information in a hands-free fashion, and then ranging that across multitude of devices. So we got started at Apex about 4.5 years ago targeting smart glasses and uniquely focused on that with the advent of some of the early market successes that we have had within that sector. We've also seen quite a lot of interest on other kinds of wearable devices that we needed to pull into an ecosystem that we're trying to build with our developers and partners. We're introducing, earlier today actually, a press release hit. We're introducing our newest release of Skylight, and that's release 5. And what we have done here is that for the first time, and realize that the fonts are coming out awful, so I apologize for that. Within release 5, what we have done is we have pulled in a feature called Workstreams. And Workstreams is a task management tool that basically is a lot of the different user experience and user interface on wearable devices reimagined. So if you were to try and pull in an existing workflow within an enterprise infrastructure and bring that into mobile devices, and specifically around wearable devices, there is a representation of user experience that has to be presented in an intuitive fashion. And it's been, for our perspective, it's a product that's been about 2 years in the making, having basically learned all of the lessons that we have gotten in understanding how users are interacting with data, not necessarily input, but visualization and then consumption of that data, and being able to digest that into the essence that is Workstream. We're also, for the first time, building in support for smartwatches. So if you think about smart glasses being one of the tools that you're going to have within the wearable tech arsenal that you have within the enterprise, we also have other watches are emerging, and then of course mobile phones as they come with it. All of these devices that have to really have a consistent user experience and deliver a single unified set of interactions within the common software framework. And then of course Sony, with their vertical integration spanning phones, watches, and then glasses, they're uniquely positioned to be able to deliver that entire stack working in partnerships with us. And then lastly, voice. We're doing, a lot of our focus has been in delivering still interactivity on while the user is online and offline. Within an enterprise setting, connectivity is not guaranteed. So we have spent a lot of time building that feature out specifically and making sure that it's working reliably. At a very high level, this is the architecture. Again, apologize for the fonts. This is the architecture of how everything is done. But the bottom line is that the key part really is, in order for you to be able to deliver user experience on phones, watches, and glasses, there's only this add-in framework that you have to write that is server-side. And you write that single piece of code, and it's a connectivity or an event handler to different kinds of data sources. And then what Skylight does is that it abstracts away the different kinds of interaction and different user experience that is presented across the board. Write a single line of code, you have now support for smartwatches as well as smart glasses, cross-platform, cross-category. From building a solution perspective, we are a platform developer, and therefore it's a call to action for a lot of the developers that are in the space targeting the enterprise sector to come work with us and contact us in building out some of the unique solutions that span the enterprise wearable technology, targeting use cases, of course, where there's a great need for delivering access to data while hands-free. And with that, I'll turn it over to Jonas Petterson, who's going to talk about Sony's offering of hardware and how we're working together.
All right, so my name is Jonas Petterson, and I work for the Sony developer program here in the Bay Area in San Mateo. And as Jay has mentioned here, one of the key things about Sony is that we have a long list of products that can all connect to the APX platform. You see the pictures here of we have the tablets and of course the phones, and we have the smartwatches, various wristbands, and then of course the smart eyeglasses. And the smart eyeglasses actually comes in two different kinds, and I'm gonna give a brief introduction to both of them. And today we are actually presenting all of these things in the APX Labs booth downstairs. So please come down there and take a look at all the cool stuff we have down there. So then, as I said, so I represent the developer program, and at the developer program, we then have one single SDK that supports all of these products, and then of course all the obvious things that you can expect from a developer program, meaning documentation, tech support, access to hardware. But then also a key component, which is the business development opportunities, and that's where APX Labs comes in here. We've been working with them for quite some time. I think it's a little bit over a year. I think, yeah. And so the glasses, so there's two different kinds of glasses. One that we simply refer to as the Sony smart eyeglasses, and that's the most mature product. And those glasses are together with the smart glass attached, being presented downstairs. And I think the key thing about this product compared to other glasses on the market is the way that the text and the images are being displayed inside of the glasses. Instead of having the image being projected onto the glass, in this solution we're actually having a holographic effect. There's like two layers of glass and then cameras from both sides that shoots the picture in. So it actually gives the illusion that the picture is being displayed number of feet in front of you, and then you can calibrate that. If you want the text to be closer up, then you can do that. If you want it to be further away, then you can do that as well. And then we're of course working with a number of companies to provide prescription lenses that would go into these glasses. So then when we go out to customers, we can then custom build the glasses for you. Let's see. So this is a picture of the smart glass attached that we're also showing downstairs, and that's I would say this concept is not as mature as the first one. Oh, I should also say that the first version of the glasses that I showed, those ones are actually for sale right now. You can buy a limited edition. We call them the developer edition, basically, and they sell for $840, and you can buy them. You can buy them online. These ones are not for sale yet, And as I said, those ones are, as you can hear from the name, they're built to basically attach to a pair of regular glasses or sunglasses, or we envision in the future that they will actually be built into other glasses. Can't even see what that is. Is that the last one? Okay, all right. The last slide basically just talks about how the reason for why we teamed up with these guys is because I think the main reason is because we're targeting the same kind of audience. The big pharmaceuticals, airlines, agriculture, and all those bigger verticals. So far we've had a really good experience working with APX Labs. Any questions?
So one closing thought on this is that if you think about this entire swath of interactions that people are having with different kinds of mobile devices, what we are doing through our partnership is to try and deliver contextually relevant and the proper single unified user experience spanning multiple kinds of devices. So recognizing the fact that glasses are not the be-all, end-all data consumption devices and interaction devices, and bringing in the rest of the other category of devices, including watches and phones and tablets, and doing so in a vertically integrated solution. So we'll take questions if there are any.
Questions?
Cool.
Okay. Thank you very much, Jay and Jonas.